everybody. Whoa, this is cool.
Can you see anyone?
Yeah, this party is being live streamed. It also has pre-recorded stuff. It's a combo. Oh wait, you asked about people.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think people can see. Wait, we can't see people, but they can see us. Fabulous people are out there watching. Yeah.
Watching because they're fabulous. But yeah. Mark, we're real, right?
Yeah, we're really real. Yes, we are here. This is our giving season puppet party. This celebration can be seen all over the country, even all over the world.
Ooh, so that means we need an opening song.
You can do it, Mel. I'll let you go.
Let me sing a song about how we all belong. I'm counting because we have so much to share with you. It's just a little ditty about how the world is pretty overwhelming at times. We all need each other, need to understand each other, need to make each other. Our differences can unite.
Well, that was awesome, Belle. Well, how about a Papa Wheelie for pizzazz at the end? Okay, are we ready to go on more?
Yeah.
Are we ready? Okay. You ready?
Yes.
Take it away. Lights, camera, action! Hi, everyone.
Hello, I'm Cecilia Arana.
I am Mindy Pfeffer.
And we are co-directors of NYC Kids Project. We teach children of all abilities about inclusion, about connection, and about how to get along.
Welcome to our
Recording in progress
event. Think of this like a cabaret, like a 1-hour puppet party where puppets and people, board members, staff members, educators, share why being involved with Kids Project is vital and important.
So we're virtual tonight because we wanted everyone to have as much access as possible. So there's subtitles and there's some audio description, all kinds of ways for you to get involved. Now, there are lots of nonprofits who are asking for donations on Giving Tuesday, but we want to actually give you a gift. We want to leave you a gift from our team to yours. So if you are already watching, that means you understand the importance of supporting an organization that touches your heart.
Aww.
Thank you.
And now to go to our programs. We have programs for children in schools from pre-K to 5th grade.
Imagine that you're one of the youngers, right? One of the educators would walk into your room with a large bag and we would start pulling things out one at a time. A book that you can engage in, maybe a doll that uses a wheelchair. You might get a chance to help and be helped by a new friend. We would do a little bit of sign language, maybe some movement, some mindfulness. Lots of ways to get connected and make friends, including meeting one of our soft puppets, a stripey puppet that really wants to understand more how to express their feelings. Everyone has differences and everyone wants to feel important and valued.
Our puppet show continues that theme. It's for 2nd grade through 5th grade. It uses the puppets, some of the ones you just might have met. Mm-hmm. Every year we do a different show with new themes. This year we're doing a talent show adventure. It is a show, about a talent show in a school. All the characters are navigating feelings about being included and exploring ways they can contribute their talents, especially if they've been told they might not fit in or they feel different.
There's another way that Kids Project can join your class or your school. We do residencies where we focus on storytelling and puppetry. Now, in this scenario, we get a chance to visit the classroom time after time after time, 5 to 10 times. And it means we really get to know the kids. They get to find the power of their own words. They get to create a unique finger puppet that they designed on their own. and we get to really explore our own identities and how we feel about our contribution to the world.
Thanks, Cecilia.
You're welcome.
Now, before you meet our former board president, Carla, and get your mixology on with our resident bartender and board member, Doug, we wanted to give you a chance to see what's happening behind the scenes. Are you ready? Ooh. Let's just, everyone say hi. I'm just going to turn this camera around for a second. Thank you so much.
We hope that you will enjoy the evening. Thank you for joining us, and we're just getting started. Recording go.
Good evening. My name's Carla, and I'm the former board president of New York City Kids Project. Thanks for attending our giving season kickoff to celebrate inclusion, respect, and connection. Get comfortable. This program is completely free to give you a sense of our mission, to start off the giving season in a fun and inclusive way. Feel free to donate to our website at nyckidsproject.org or by Instagram at NYC Kids Project, or you can mail us a check to NYC Kids Project, 25 Beaver Street, Suite 408, New York, New York 10004. Our website and Instagram information will appear on your screen from time to time, and feel free to scan the QR code to donate directly. Now relax, and it's cocktail or mocktail corner with my fellow board member, Doug Oldegas. Doug, take it away.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Doug, and I'm the new resident New York City Kids bartender, and I'm here with Stripey.
Hi.
And I want to thank you for joining us for our cocktail making session tonight. So now, for those of you who are not familiar with making cocktails, don't stress. I promise this is a very simple and easy recipe to make. It only has 5 ingredients. We're looking at tequila. And for those of you who would like to have a non-alcoholic cocktail, we suggest ginger beer. The second ingredient is cranberry juice. The third is agave syrup or simple syrup, a whole fresh lime, and sugar. All right, want to get started?
Yes.
Excellent.
Go ahead.
So I'm going to make our cocktail, which we're calling the empathy emulsion, and what's called a rocks glass. Now I'm going to make it kind of festive, and I'm going to rim the glass with its sugar. Here's how we do that. It's very easy. I'm going to take my lime. I'm going to take the lime, just run it around the rim of the glass, kind of get some moisture on there. And then I'm going to roll it in my little plate with I have just a light layer of regular table sugar.
Table sugar.
Look at this. Can you see that?
That's beautiful.
Right? Very festive. I'm going to put some ice in here. We want a nice chilled cocktail. So I'm going to grab a bunch of ice, stick it in here. And there we go. Now, this is a 2-ounce shot glass. And when you're making your own cocktails, it's the ratios are what's really important to be mindful of. So I'm going to add 2 ounces of tequila. Oops. Now remember, if you prefer a non-alcoholic cocktail, just skip the tequila and use ginger beer instead.
Ginger beer. Yum.
Then I'm going to add 2 ounces of cranberry juice.
Cranberry juice. Cranberry juice.
And
Oh, that's beautiful.
this is where we're at so far. I know you can't see it. This is where we're at. Now I'm going to add, I have a lime. I've cut it in half. I'm going to put it in my juicer.
Wow.
And I'm going to juice it into my glass here.
No, you're so fancy.
Thank you. So if you don't have a fancy juice like I have here, that's fine. Don't worry. You could just juice these by hand as well. This just gets a little bit more juice out of the fruit. But if you don't have a juicer, you needn't go out and buy one to make this cocktail, okay?
No juicer. It's
Not
okay.
necessary. It's nice, but not necessary. Then we're going to add 1 tablespoon of agave syrup.
Agave syrup. Okay.
Now, like I mentioned earlier, if you don't have agave syrup, that's totally fine.
Okay.
Simple syrup will work equally well. You're like, simple syrup, what's that, right?
Sugar.
Equal parts water to equal parts sugar. A cup of water, a cup of sugar, put it in a small saucepan, bring it to a simmer till all the sugar dissolves. Let it simmer for like 5 minutes. Take it off the burner, let it cool. You have simple syrup. It keeps for like 3 weeks in your refrigerator, okay? Now I'm going to add this to my cocktail.
Whoa.
Our empathy emulsion. I'm going to give it a little stir, make sure that little agave syrup's nice and mixed up. Ooh. And we're going to give it a try. Can I try it?
Yeah. Try it, Doug. Is it good?
Fantastic. Now listen, if it's a little sweet for you, just use a little less agave syrup. If you want it sweeter, add a little more syrup. But cheers to you and NYC Kids Project.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Hello, my name is Murray Dorcas and I happen to be an intern with the New York City Kids Project, and this is my assistant Junior. Good evening, everyone. My job coach Courtney is filming this segment right now. Sometimes, although not really often, people need some help learning how to get employment. She works for JobPath, which helps people with disabilities get jobs. We all need to work together because people with disabilities deserve paid employment. Besides being a great puppeteer, Marty is learning different skills like collaboration, working with social media, and last but not least, advocating for people with autism and other disabilities too. Puppets are a really great way of connecting with kids. I love puppeteering because Jim Henson is my idol. I'm glad because without you, I can't do a single thing. Anyway, thank you all for coming and enjoy the show.
I'm Julia Betancourt, a graduate of City College and Barnard College, part Boricua, part Cuban, and amputee, and is the newest board member of the New York City Kids Project.
Hello, everyone. I'm Reynaldo. I'm actually 11 years old. I'm Dominican and Puerto Rican. Hello. I happen to be blind, and we are here to talk about books.
Fans books.
I love to read.
I love to read.
I actually use Braille, but not everyone who's blind does.
Right, we're all so unique. And I believe reading is a fundamental right. As a disability rights activist, I strongly believe that having access to inclusive books helps our worlds to become a more kind, considerate, inclusive, understanding place. By making books, we not only hurt the disabled community, but we hurt all marginalized groups.
Oh, yes. What are you reading now, Julia?
I'm rereading Roll of Thunder, Hear My Cry by Mildred D. Taylor. In this book, Mildred D. Taylor writes about Cassie Logan, a 9-year-old girl who's growing up experiencing the deep impact of racism in the American South in the 1930s.
Oh.
And she discovers what it means to be proud as a young Black person in the Jim Crow era.
I'm proud of who I am, and I want people to know my story too.
Me too. I used to march in the Puerto Rican Day Parade wearing things like my Proud Disabled Latina t-shirt. Having access to reading all books helps us to understand different identities. Society might try to other us because of who we are, but we still matter. Another banned book that I really like, Prince and Knight by Daniel Hack. It talks about the LGBTQIA plus identities of its 2 title characters, and because of that, it was banned.
Well, I think books get banned for all kinds of reasons. There's this book that I just started called The Giver, and it's banned because of violence towards some of the most innocent members of society. Okay, it is really intense, but
But how will you learn to ask yourself really hard questions about life and human diversity if you can't explore these ideas?
Yeah, I need that in my books.
Yes, or without exploring stories that aren't your own.
Oh yeah, true that. There's another one I want to add. The Day You Begin by Jacqueline Woodson. I love reading this one to my little cousin. It's so beautiful. I think they actually banned it because of, I don't know, diversity and multicultural things. What?
There is so much about censoring on a white, privileged, cisgendered, able-bodied, male, mainstream privileged thing that is so wrong. Everyone wants to feel like their stories are being heard.
Whoa, excuse me, I might need to get a college degree to understand what you actually just said, Julia, but honestly, I agree. And I thank you for encouraging us all to, use our powerful voices to fight for human rights.
Well, that's activism. Everyone can do it, and it helps everyone. You can find my band's book recommendations on New York City Kids Project account on bookshop.org. Just note that we do get a portion of the proceeds from all purchases made through our affiliate page.
Oh, that's very honest of you. Thank you. You know what? Everyone has to keep reading.
Yes, definitely, especially banned books.
Mm-hmm. Hey, would you read one right now?
Sure.
Oh, this is gonna be wild.
Ooh, I've even got a copy of The Day You Begin.
My favorite.
Let's take a look at it together.
Thank you.
So, The Day You Begin by Jacqueline Woodson. I see here that the cover is light green. We've got the title appears in multicolored text. Over on the side, you can see the door. It looks like it was made out of a ruler. And we've got a young African-American girl. Her hair is in a beautiful afro, and she's wearing a multicolored t-shirt. And let's just take a look at just a little part of this book.
Thanks for describing it, Julia.
Oh, yes. Visual descriptions are so important to make sure that we're being inclusive of everyone, especially people with visual disabilities. So taking a look at this page, it's kind of yellowish. We can see our girl from the title page. She's looking off at two young girls who are flying off into the sunset. They are surrounded by books and stars and birds. And the text here reads, "There will be times when you walk into a room and no one there is quite like you until the day you begin to share your stories. My name is Angelina, and I spent my whole summer with my little sister, you tell the class, your voice stronger than it was a minute ago. Reading books and telling stories, and even though we were right on our block, it was like we got to go everywhere." Your name is like my sister's, Rigoberto says. Her name is Angelina, too. And all at once, in the room where no one else is quite like you, the world opens itself up a little wider to make some space for you. This page is also kind of green and yellow. We see our girl from the title page. She's looking at some of her classmates who come from all these diverse backgrounds. In the background, you can see the sun and some plants and a little bird flying. This is the day you begin to find the places inside your laughter and your lunches, your books, your travel, and your stories, where every new friend has something a little like you and something else so fabulously not quite like you at all. And this page, it's yellow. We can see the sun in the background. In the front, you can see some flowers and other plants. And there's a couple of animals who are flying through the sky. And we've got the girl from the title page. She's playing with one of her friends, who's a young African-American boy in a green and yellow t-shirt, and they are swinging from a tree.
Thank you, Julia. That was beautiful.
Of course. Make sure you keep reading, everyone.
Adios.
Bye.
Recording them.
My name is Mel Campos, and I'm the chairman of the board of the New York City Kids Project. I'm also the CEO of the Boys and Girls Clubs of Mount Vernon. Today, we had the pleasure of having New York City Kids Project perform for our kids. Our kids are incredibly happy. They love the message. And we ask you to please consider New York City Kids Project when you make your holiday gifts. This is an organization that teaches respect, inclusion, and diversity. And the work they do in New York City and beyond is remarkable and makes a profound difference in the lives of kids. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Anne. I'm the General Manager for NYC Kids Project. You may have seen me make appearances on our social media channels from time to time, and tonight I'll be hanging out over here and monitoring our donor board, which is this right behind me. This giving season, we hope to raise $15,000 to help fund our free and reduced price programs for schools that demonstrate financial need. This kind of funding makes it possible for kids all over NYC to have access to high quality social emotional learning programs. Our teaching artists travel long distances, sometimes several hours, to meet kids where they are and make sure that each student has equitable access to education. And we can't continue to do that work without your help. Right here on our donor board, we've marked our Giving Tuesday goal, which, thanks to our generous supporters who made financial contributions along with their ticket reservations for tonight's event, we're already well on our way to reaching. I'd like to thank the following folks for their generous donations that have already contributed to reaching this goal: Polly DeMille, Ann Patterson and Bob Potter, Bill Deakins and Yvonne Tully, Peter Platt, Daphne Phillipson, Maria Cohn, Amanda Perez, Jesse and Kristen Hoberman, Kevin Grant, Julie Watt-Fakir, Mindy Owen, Zesty Myers, Alice Hom, Lisa Eklund Flores, Liz Bruce, Amy Eklund, and Sonia James Wilson. Thank you all so much, and we're so happy you're here. While you're watching tonight, if you feel moved by our mission and wish to make a contribution, head to our website at nyckidsproject.org/donate or make a contribution via Instagram at NYC Kids Project. I'll be here monitoring the donor board throughout tonight's event, and I'll check in with updates as we go. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in a little bit.
Hello, my name is Nancy Singbach. I'm the former principal of PS 51, which was located in District 2 on 44th Street between 10th and 11th Avenue. I was the principal there for 15 years, and I just loved being the principal because I was really able to bring in the types of programs that I feel would greatly impact students and make a difference. And in my opinion, the arts really help children shine in many different ways. So I had incredible arts programs: music, art, dance, theater. And in addition to that, I have many art partnerships, one of which was Kids Project. And we just loved Kids Project because we had a District 75 program in the school, and I had been a former District 75 teacher. During that time, many years ago, we were sort of really not included at all in the school. We were on the 4th floor of the school building. We didn't share anything together, lunch or gym, or we weren't invited to any kinds of programs. And when I became a principal, this was my opportunity to bring together the District 75 and PS 51 students to participate in the Kids Project, which is a puppetry program and shows characters that have various different kinds of disabilities. So I think it's really a forum for all students to be able to see different kinds of, students and not be afraid of them, and be able to have this opportunity to talk to them, communicate, ask questions. And I would think what happens is eventually they see that we really have more in common and are more the same than different. So I urge you to pick New York City Kids Project because this type of program is vital for all students, especially during these really difficult times right now in the world. We need to come together. We need to talk to each other. We need to really learn to accept and understand and respect one another. I think Kids Project is one of the ways that we can do that. So thank you very much.
NYC Kids Project uses lots of educational tools in the classroom to teach our students about inclusion. One of the most important of these tools is books. Here are a few of the early education books we recommend to help your youngest learners learn to build a more inclusive world. You can find each of these books on NYC Kids Project's affiliate page on bookshop.org. Whoever You Are by Mem Fox, illustrated by Leslie Staub. A book that highlights the core of NYC Kids Project's mission. Whoever You Are shows kids that, although we may be different on the outside, inside we are all alike in so many ways. It teaches students to accept each other's differences, to recognize their similarities, and, most importantly, to celebrate both. Intersection Allies, We Make Room for All by Chelsea Johnson, Latoya Council, and Carolyn Choi, illustrated by Ashley Siles Smith. This rhyming book is an introduction into intersectionality for kids of all ages. Featuring characters occupying a wide range of identities, Intersection Allies reminds kids, and adults, that each person is many things, and to recognize each other for all the identities we have is the only way to be truly inclusive. Giraffes Can't Dance by Giles Andre and Guy Parker Reese. Gerald the giraffe simply can't dance. His long, spindly legs just don't work the way he wants them to. In Giraffes Can't Dance, Gerald learns that, with a little encouragement and self-esteem, dancing is for everyone, no matter how we do it. Just Ask, Be Different, Be Brave, Be You by Sonia Sotomayor, illustrated by Rafael Lopez. Just Ask encourages kids to engage with each other, especially when we are different. As kids in a small neighborhood work together to create a beautiful community garden, they learn that each person's skills and differences can complement each other, and that teamwork makes our world a more beautiful place. Ian's Walk, A Story About Autism by Lori Lears, illustrated by Karen Ritz. Families processing a new autism diagnosis may have a difficult time understanding how best to support their family member. In Ian's Walk, Ian's young sisters process their feelings and learn to accept their brother for who he is. This book is great for siblings who need support processing how their lives might be different in the future.
Hola, yo soy Jenica Carmona y soy una maestra docente para New York City Kids Project.
And I'm Bloopy. Hi!
Nosotros trabajamos juntos haciendo presentaciones de la obra Haciendo Amigos para los estudiantes de kinder hasta primer grado. Nosotros ayudamos a los niños a entender cómo hacer amigos y también hablamos del significado de los sentimientos.
Yeah, that's right. All feelings matter, and kids need to talk about their feelings, right? Yeah, they share all kinds of stories.
Sí, es verdad, Bloopy. Yo recuerdo una vez había una escuela en el oeste donde los niños habían viajado por mucho tiempo hasta llegar a Nueva York y me estaban diciendo que tenían mucho miedo. Es difícil crear una vida nueva en Nueva York.
Yeah, they went through the jungle, right? Yeah, the kid, they spoke Spanish like you, right, Jenica?
Sí, hablaron español. Muchos niños y todos hablamos varios idiomas, pero todos podemos aprender uno del otro, ¿verdad?
Yeah, everyone wants to feel like they belong.
Sí, es verdad, Bloopy. Todos pertenecemos. Gracias por ayudarme, Bloopy.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for being such a great teacher, Jenica.
Ah, gracias a usted, Bloopy. Adiós, amigos. Hasta luego.
Bye.
Hello, my name is Kaya Parnell, and I am a new teaching artist with New York City Kids Project. I have short hair, I wear glasses, and I use she, they pronouns, and I'm wearing a black New York City Kids Project t-shirt.
Whoa, thank you, Kaya. Again, if you don't know me, I'm Renaldo, a very famous puppet friend who happens to be blind, and I'm 11 years old. I do have my white cane with me, and I'm wearing a green t-shirt with I love you in ASL on the front. We actually described ourselves so that anyone with a visual disability can get a better idea of who we are.
That's right. So what is a day in the life of a kids project, Ronaldo?
Healthy, delicious puppet breakfast, something felty and fruity. And then I'm folded gently into a big bag before we go on a rumbly subway ride somewhere through the city. I hear everything in that bag and I smell it too. Then we arrive at the school with my educators, Mindy or Cecilia. They hide me under the table and then,
Okay, I get it.
What's a day in the life? Oops. What's a day in the life like you? What's it like for you?
We start out pretty similarly. I get up, I have breakfast, then it's usually some oatmeal or some yogurt. And then I commute to the school by subway or bus, or a lot of times just walking. I love to walk. And then I work with all of you to help tell all the kids about how our differences really aren't all that different.
That's true. I mean, kids always get really amazed by how much we have in common. I play baseball, kids play baseball. I play it with a paper ball. I do homework, kids do homework. I do mine in Braille sometimes. I even get mad at my sister when she's a pain because she's on her phone all the time. But my sister rides on my tandem with me, so I gotta let it go.
So that's a good strategy. Now, I assume she's in the front and you're the stoker.
Yep.
And you're the one that told me that riding in the back as the stoker is just as hard, if not harder.
That is correcto. There's a lot about adaptive sports and equipment that people don't really know. That's why I feel like Kids Project needs to have more access to visiting more and more schools. I really hope all of you out there who are listening and checking it out, what we're doing tonight, I hope you will all give, so we can go.
Yes, well, who could say no to you, Ronaldo? But there are lots of different ways to give. You can like and share our info on social media. You can write us an encouraging note. Or you could recommend us to your local school. There are lots of different ways to give. People will do whatever they can. And if nothing else, I'm sure they really enjoyed meeting you right now, Ronaldo.
Oh, thank you, Kaya. I think I love meeting you too.
Thank you.
Adios.
Bye, everybody.
Hi, my name is Suzanne Valatutti. I am honored to be on the board of New York City's Kids Project, and I am a proud New York City public school teacher. They say everything you really ever need to know you learned in kindergarten, and as a kindergarten teacher, I kind of think that's true. There's lots of things that we're trying to teach in kindergarten. Taking turns, physical space, how to cut, how to write. But I think the most important thing that we need to learn in kindergarten, and we have to remember for the rest of our lives, is kindness. Yes, kindness. Kindness can change a person's day, week, month, their perspective on life. If we all do a little bit more in the way of kindness, I think people will be happier. They'll be more understanding. What I really love about New York City Kids Project, what I love about the puppets, is the kindness, especially Ellen Jane. She doesn't hesitate to bring warmth and love wherever she goes. She isn't just nice. She makes that extra effort to be kind. And even I, as an adult, as a teacher, I can be inspired by Ellen Jane. Why? Because Ellen Jane really is able to share her kindness. She is able to make a difference in people's day. And I really believe Ellen Jane as a puppet, when she is speaking to the children in a classroom, they connect with her. That kindness helps them make a connection and makes them feel seen, makes them feel heard. And kindness is just the right thing that you need when life is just not going the way you want it to, or when you're having a tough moment or a tough day. And so as a kindergarten teacher, I'm inspired by Ellen Jane. As a board member, I think the kindness that we hear from the puppets really makes a difference in all of the children's lives, in every classroom that these puppets go into. Thank you very much, and So happy to have you here this evening.
Good evening. I'm Kristen Hogan. I am the current board secretary at NYC Kids Project, and I also serve on the grants committee. I have been on the board for about a year and a half. In my day job, I'm a social worker. I work with people who have open criminal court cases. My job is to interview my clients and uncover information about their life stories, which I then present to the judge and prosecutor in hope of getting my clients a better outcome in their case. Very often, some kind of disability is part of my client's life story, whether mental or physical. What my job has shown me is that very often, when children with disabilities don't get the right support, particularly in underserved neighborhoods, they can become frustrated. They drop out of school and end up going down the wrong track in life. Work like ours can increase awareness of various disabilities in young people and promote support and inclusion for these children, which may help prevent some of these adverse life consequences. By supporting inclusion, especially early in life, we can really help prevent some bad life outcomes for people, and that is what NYC Kids Project aims to do. Inclusion is for everyone. I'm honored to be a part of Kids Project, and I hope that you will support us in whatever way you can this giving season. Thank you for being here.
Hi, Ellen Jane. I'll go first, okay?
Okay.
Hi, everyone. I'm Mindy, and I am here with Ellen Jane Peterson.
Yeah. I'm Ellen Jane, and I'm 18, and I work at Dr. Harry's vet clinic with the animals.
Right. Do you want to do the part that we practiced? You still want to do it?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, go ahead. How about I start it, okay? So you heard about our programs already, and you heard about how we work in the schools. But what you don't know is that we started as a nonprofit in 2014.
Yeah, 2014. I know that because I practiced, and we are a nonprofit. We don't volunteer. We get paid, and I get paid at my job with the vet. And I get paid.
That you get paid because you have a real job and you're really, really good with animals and with people too.
Yeah, cause I'm good at my job, and I'm in high school too, cause I get to go tell I'm 21 because I got Down syndrome, and it takes me a little longer to learn things, but I learn them up here for good.
And do you like to learn?
Yeah.
Everybody hopefully likes to learn.
Yeah.
Everybody has things they can learn. Everybody likes to grow. At Kids Project, we have learned a lot since we started, and we've grown too. Just in the past year, we've hired a general manager and 2 part-time teaching artists or educators to help us out in the schools.
Cause everybody should see Kids Project, right?
Yeah.
So we need more programs in the schools.
And Cecilia and I can't go everywhere.
No,
right?
you can't go everywhere.
But we do go where we can, and we want to go more places. That's why we're asking for donations, because we want to be able to offer more free and subsidized programs. Do you know that many schools experience financial hardship, which means they don't have enough money and they might not be able to get educational programs for their students?
We can go to them because we could go on the subway. We do that, and we go on the bus, and we go to the schools on a train, or sometimes I take an Uber. I like Uber and the Lyft.
Do you think everybody should see Kids Project programs?
Yeah, because everyone needs it. It's not fair if everyone can't get it. I don't like that.
No.
I think the kids, they like to talk to us about all kinds of things.
Like, can you tell us what kinds of things you might hear kids talking about in school?
Yeah, sure. They talk about things that they feel and that they see sometimes, like on the news and stuff. There's hard things like war, and sometimes people are homeless and their kids are worried and then the earth is too hot now. We have climate change, it's too hot. And they talk about when people tease them too.
Yeah.
Because I got teased before.
You know, kids really do know what is going on in the world.
Yeah. And everyone wants to understand all those things better. That's what Kids Project does. It helps them understand.
You're right. That's our goal, to help them understand better, to help them understand their feelings inside and then outside, what's going on in the world.
I really hope we get our goal, Mindy.
Me too. We actually have another kind of goal having to do with what we're raising. So let's go to Anne, who's in another place, and find out how we're doing.
Karen, I love you. It's great. She's so great. Hi.
Thank you so much, Ellen Jane. You're great too. And thank you both, Mindy and Ellen Jane, for telling us a little bit about what's in store for Kids Project in the future. All right, I hope everyone watching is enjoying the show so far. I just want to take a quick moment to update our donor board and let you all know where we are on the way to our goal for this evening. So at the beginning of tonight's event, we had already raised just over $2,600 to support free and reduced price programs for the spring semester. I want to thank Lissa Hussian, David Arana, and Francine Pfeffer for the contributions they've just made, which brings our total up to $3,919.84. Thank you so much for being a part of the momentum this evening and for making social emotional education more accessible, because all students deserve to see our programs, and this is how we make that happen. As a reminder, you can make a contribution on any of our social media channels or on our website, nyckidsproject.org/donate. I'll be here all evening checking in with our donor board. So if you make a contribution before the end of the event, I'll get to send you a personal thank you live right here. All right, let's get back to it, and I'll see you all in a little bit.
So if you've been sitting, hello, Doug and Mark here. We're going to do a little activity here. If you've been sitting in front of your TV or computer monitor all evening, it's time to get some movement and get the blood flowing.
Doug, are you going to ask people to stand up?
Well, I was thinking about that. Yes. Why do you ask?
Well, because everybody doesn't stand up. You know, people have different ways of moving their bodies.
Yes, I guess you're right.
I can't stand up.
Well, you know what? How about if you do the seated version along with me while I do the non-seated version?
Yeah. And I'll do what works for my body, and you out there do what works for your body.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay.
All right. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to stand with my back straight.
Okay. I'm going to sit with my back straight.
Shoulders slightly back.
Okay.
And we're going to take our arms and we're going to reach very slowly outward and upward. And we're going to inhale through the nose. Big, deep breath inward. Reach as high as we can. Really stretch our shoulders out. Pause and exhale down through the mouth. Nice and slow. Now, we're going to do that one more time. That's inhale through the nose, reach way out and upward and up to the ceiling. And we're going to pause up there at the very top and exhale down through the mouth. And as we come down with our arms, we're going to lower our chin to our chest. And we're going to get down and we're going to just pause. Nice stretch in the neck. Roll our shoulders forward. We're going to come back up with our head. And we're going to take our shoulders back with us and just roll the shoulders. Just roll the shoulders backwards and around. One more time backwards. And let's go forward. Backwards, up and down. Backwards, up and down. And that's our little stretch for right now.
Doug, I feel so refreshed. That was awesome.
It's simple, right? Just a few simple gestures can really make a difference.
Okay, so what do we need to do to be ready for the rest of the program?
Well, it's very important that we always stay hydrated. So let's go to the kitchen, refill our water bottles or our glasses, take a big sip, and then settle back down for the rest of the program.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Take a look at a few more book recommendations from NYC Kids Project's Social Emotional Learning bookshelf. Isaac and His Amazing Asperger Superpower by Melanie Walsh. Written from Isaac's perspective, Isaac and His Amazing Asperger Superpower helps teach kids that our differences make us stronger and, with a little bit of imagination, might even make us superheroes. It's Okay to Be Different by Todd Parr. This book is one of the educational tools our teaching artists use in the classroom during Making Friends programs. It's Okay to Be Different helps our youngest students learn about people who are different from themselves so that they can make friends with everybody, no matter how different they are. Bodies Are Cool by Tyler Fetter. Bodies Are Cool is another book that is often featured in NYC Kids Project programs. A joyfully illustrated book for preschool students, Bodies Are Cool helps kids learn to love their bodies at an early age. All bodies are good bodies, and bodies are cool. The Power of Consent. Written and illustrated by Leah Danielle Cook. Kids learn early that it's hard to say no when a new friend wants to hug. But in The Power of Consent, students learn about how to communicate their feelings and that the most important part of friendship is consent.
Hi, Shelley. Okay.
Hi, friends. Oh, thanks for letting me join you today.
Shelley knows all about feelings, right, Shelley?
Yeah, she is a feelings firefighter. What? Oh, she is a social worker and guidance counselor. Well, I try to help kids learn what to do about their big feelings, how to manage their emotions, and learn more about themselves and learn more about other people too. Yeah.
If you don't know how to deal with your feelings, you can get really, really hot inside. Fire.
Oh, those are very difficult emotions to deal with. I'm a social worker by profession, and I've worked in schools for over 40 years, and I've been with the New York City Kids Project for 10 years now, since it began, and right now I'm board president. That's like an uncomfortable feeling for me. Shh. Okay. That's enough cheering.
What's a social worker? Well, we're social, so we work. We're social and we work. We're talking to the
Well, sometimes we also, get teased and we have to deal with that, or we feel left out. But what is it?
Or sometimes we don't mean to, but we make mistakes. And that's always what we want to talk about, how teasing hurts.
Well, social workers and counselors help kids to learn how to listen better and how to develop empathy, how to be better friends, and hopefully to learn about the world and become better global citizens, better citizens of the world. Well, I want you to feel all very proud of yourselves for the work that you do for the New York City Kids Project. You're doing a good job. Great job.
Yeah. And we teach kids how to respond and not react.
And learn strategies for big feelings like breathing. Everybody breathing on 3. 1, 2, 3, out.
And we're all different, but we all have feelings that belong to us.
And I want you all to know that feelings are always okay. They're always correct. What the important thing is and what the trick is learning how to manage the feelings and learning strategies for coping.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes I don't know what I feel like.
That happens too. I feel like we should end this.
I feel like you're
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Peter Michael Marino, and I'm the Resident Director for New York City Kids Project. I've been working with Cecilia and Mindy for about 5 years now, directing the shows that they present for elementary school students. We get together and every year and we work on subjects and topics and things that are on kids' minds at that time. And trust me, kids have a lot on their minds. The things that keep us up at night are the same things that keep them up at night too. Everything from global warming to racial unrest to pandemics to war in the Middle East and Eastern Europe, as well as things like teasing and bullying and fitting in and differences of all kinds. They really want to talk about these things. And we give them the freedom and the opportunity to do that through puppetry. Puppetry is a very strong art form that really brings people together and allows a type of expression that one normally doesn't get in regular conversation. New York City Kids Project helps spread the vital message of belonging, and I, for one, am honored to belong to New York City Kids Project to help spread that message. We thank you for all of your support. We appreciate all of you. So thank you. I'm working on my puppetry. Trust me.
Hi, I'm Mikey Vitrano. I am a pre-K teacher at PS 343 Peckslip School. Today, Cecilia came and did a show for our class, a lesson on diversity in the classroom, on physical ability, on cognitive ability, and it was absolutely fabulous. It was accessible for my 4-year-olds. I have 16 students today. They all attended for a full 30 minutes. She used puppets, she used manipulatives, she used all sorts of things to engage the children, creative movement, books, and she was super engaging with her little puppet show at the end, and the kids were really looking forward to that. The lessons were absolutely fantastic for teaching young children about all different sorts of ability and just diversity in the classroom. We talked about how it is okay to be different, how we see all sorts of different people throughout the world, and then how different sorts of people access the world. I would highly recommend this program. It's fantastic.
My name is Julie Ellers, and I've been on the New York City Kids Project board for the last 3 years. I like to focus on fundraising and event planning, and tonight I'd like to share some ideas of how you can help support New York City Kids Project. First, I want to thank everyone for their support and for coming tonight, and let you know that every gift of any size can make an impact and is very much appreciated by the Kids Project. First things you might consider is, as you're doing your holiday shopping, is typing New York City Kids Project into the Amazon search bar. You'll see our wish list, which contains items for our regular programming, as well as items we need for our big fundraising event in June of 2024. Next, you might consider a recurring donation. Budgeting a $10, $20 automatic donation definitely makes a difference for us over the course of the year. Matching gifts. Does your company offer a matching gift? Don't forget, when you make a donation to Kids Project, to also reach out to your company and see if they will match it. Sponsorship. Companies love to get their name out and love to be associated with organizations like Kids Project, who are really trying to make the world a better place. So think about your company and other businesses you might know that might be able to help in sponsoring either our spring fundraising event or a special program. Also, it might be as easy as tell a friend. Do you have friends in your circle that really value diversity and inclusion? Share our information with our website link and our social media with them. See if you can't bring them into the New York Kids Project family. Also, the lifeblood of any organization like ours is grants from private foundations, local and state governments. So if you're aware of any private foundations, have any contacts, please let us know. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to info@nyckidsproject.org, and we'll get right back to you with any forms or answer any questions you may have. Thank you for considering a gift to New York City Kids Project this evening, and stay tuned because my puppet friend Bowen is coming up next.
Hi, everybody. I'm Bowen, and I use they, them pronouns. Could you introduce yourselves again? Is that okay?
Sure, Bowen. My name is Anne, and I use she, her pronouns.
And Bowen, my name is Doug, and I use him and he pronouns.
Okay, thanks. Listen, I had this idea to do this part with the three of us because I wanted to ask you some questions. Is that okay?
Sure.
Yeah, okay. So you know that I am non-binary, right? And I've been learning about what it means to be part of the LGBTQ community. But I know things have changed a whole lot really fast in a really short amount of time. So I wanted to ask you what your experiences were like being in the LGBTQ community, because I know it wasn't always like it is now.
No, you're right. For me personally, when I was growing up, I am from a very small town in the Midwest. And this is way back in the 1960s and 70s.
Are you old, Doug?
Well,
I'm sorry. Wait. I never said that. I'm sorry.
I'm not old yet, but I'm older.
Yeah, sometimes I say things without thinking.
That's okay. It's all good. And when I grew up back then, you know, Bowen, there just wasn't a gay community or a queer
Oh, I
community
didn't
at
ask
all.
about that. I was going to ask, was there a queer community? What was it like? Was there one? Was there not one? Like,
there wasn't one. It didn't exist.
Whoa.
So when I was your age, and I was kind of realizing, oh, I think I might be a little bit different. I might look at boys differently than girls. I had no role models, you know, we had no internet. Didn't have cable television. There were no representations of gay people that I saw anywhere. And even though I was fortunate enough to have a nice group of friends, that part of my personality, that was a very solitary and very lonely journey for me. And it wasn't until I got to college, when I left my small town and went away to the bigger city to go to university, that I saw that there were other people that had similar feelings. So that's kind of was my kind of long, kind of not so pleasant experience.
Wow.
I mean, as a youth.
Wow. Things are really different now, though, right?
Sure.
They're different for you now, too?
Yeah, definitely. Things are much different now. For me, well, of course, you know, so much has changed, right? We have a marriage. I'm married.
I know your husband. He's so nice.
He's nice, right?
Yeah.
He's
really nice.
Yes, he's lovely. And we don't have children, but we could have children.
Yeah, you could.
And when I was young, that would never have been even a topic of conversation.
Wow.
So it's great that there are so many more opportunities now. And I've I think what we call the queer community is really great for certain individuals, but I kind of feel like personally I've kind of evolved past that, where I'm like, it's just like the world itself. If I lead with openness and honestness,
in the world, right?
people will accept me.
Wow,
So
thanks for sharing that. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Bowen, do you mind telling us what it was like for you when you started to use they, them pronouns?
Oh, I don't mind at all. I like talking about it. You know, when I was in school last year, we had this one day in gym class, and the teacher wanted all the girls to do the girls' part and all the boys to do the boys' part. And I wanted to try both because, I don't know, I just didn't want to be in a box, right? And she wouldn't let me. So I just started thinking about that. Like, I used to use the name Brenda, too, and it just didn't feel like me anymore, like boy box, girl box. I mean, I was in a girl box, but I didn't want to be. So I talked to my parents, and then one day I was reading this book and I saw the name Bowen, and I thought, that is me. That is my name. And I talked to my parents and they said it was okay. So we changed my name. And then when I came back to school, you know, the kids at first were all asking, like, Bowen, is that a boy name? Is that a girl name? What kind of a name is that? What is it? And I just said, it's just me. I'm Bowen. I'm me. And they got it.
Nice.
That's great.
Yeah. And what about you? Could you talk a little bit? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, when I was young, in some ways it was very difficult, and in other ways it was the easiest thing ever. Just like Doug, I grew up in a pretty rural area in Ohio where there weren't a lot of people who were different. This was in the 2000s, and there was a lot of pressure to be just like everyone else. So the first time I liked a girl, I made myself stop liking her. because I had been taught that queerness was something to be afraid of, and I didn't want to be like that.
That is so sad.
Yeah, it is sad. People like me didn't have a lot of examples of people who were part of the queer community, and the ones that we did have weren't very realistic. I didn't have anything like Kids Project, so I love that I get to be part of making sure kids get to see complex, positive examples of people who don't confine themselves to the mold that I thought I had to fit into.
Cool. Was that all you were going to say? Do you have anything else you want to say?
Well, I said that it was easy in some ways too, right? So it was. And since I also liked boys, I still got to date and meet people and figure out what I did and didn't want in a partner. So once I got a little older and I moved to the city, I got more exposure to those complex, positive examples I didn't have as a kid. Then it was really easy for me to open myself up to the part of myself that I had been hiding for so long. I did get to explore my sexuality without the shame that I felt as a kid, but I had to leave the place that I grew up in order to really feel safe doing that.
Wow.
And I don't really know what it's like for young kids growing up there now, but I don't think it's progressed as much as I hope it will.
I hope it's a little different. I just know that I feel really lucky to be who I am. And I feel lucky to be able to say out loud that I'm non-binary and my name is Bowen, and I'm just who it's just who I am. Like, it's who you are, you're who you are, and you're who you are.
Yeah.
That's really great.
Exactly.
That's really great. And I hope that with Kids Project, I can help other kids like me or even not like me, just to be comfortable with exactly who they are.
Yes.
That makes me really happy. Things change a lot, even from one decade to the next.
Yeah, that's really great. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Yeah. We're pretty good.
Hello, what's your name?
Ellie.
Ellie. And what's your name?
Elena.
We can be friends, the four of us. What do you like to play?
Friendship.
Friendship? That's a great game! How do we play it? Do we do things together? What do you think we could do together to play friendship?
Draw.
Yes, I love to draw. And when I draw, I put the crayon in my mouth. Some people draw and they put the crayon in their hand. Is it okay to do things differently? How do you draw when you draw? With your hand. What's another good game for friendship? Do you like to play ball? Do you play ball with your mouth? Me too. Hey! There's a ball. Should we get it? Thank you! We're gonna play ball now. We're gonna play ball now.
Oh, there's another friend.
Another friend? We can invite them to play ball too.
This is my friend Cookie.
That's your name, Cookie? That's my favorite thing to eat.
I'm named Ellie, and this is my sister Cookie.
Oh, what wonderful names. How wonderful. Everyone is playing together. I love it. So here's the ball. You want to have a turn? Ready? You did it! Hey, can we give a little nose rub?
Yeah.
Is there anything hard about playing the friendship game?
No.
Everyone just has to do things their own way, right?
Yay.
Thank you for inviting me. We're gonna go play some more ball now. Bye-bye. Want to say bye-bye?
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Connection Corner is our newest initiative. You can find it on our website or our social media channels. Connection Corner features blog posts and videos from the next generation of inclusion activists. Participants include teens and young adults. These activists talk about themselves and they share personal stories of inclusion, of advocacy, self-advocacy. They inspire us every day to work towards building a more inclusive future. We hope they inspire you too. Next up is a short film about our growing connections. And by the way, if you or someone you know might want to be involved, let us know. Maybe you'll be featured in Connection Corner in the near future. Thanks and enjoy. Recording go. Hi, everyone, and welcome to Connection Corner. Connection Corner is a new part of Kids Project. Here on our website, we're going to have guest hosts and some blog entries about once a month. And I wanted to introduce my friend Junior.
Buongiorno, my name is Junior, and I'm 15 years old, and I live right here in New York City.
Yeah.
And my personal motto is, I wonder what if, let's try.
That is cool.
Hi, my name's Peter. I'm a 16-year-old currently attending a STEM-focused high school, and I'm very interested in raising awareness about the learning differences many people around my age and much younger deal with on a daily basis. I'm excited to be able to work with New York City Kids Project to spread awareness on this issue. As someone with ADHD and who has a younger brother with dyslexia, I know firsthand how said learning differences can change people's lives and provide new challenges. For me personally, I tend to have a harder time concentrating on tests and homework assignments, among other things. Understanding how things like my ADHD affect the lives of people like me is an important first step in learning how to be more inclusive and understanding.
Hi everyone, it's Melody James with Connection Corner and my great friend Marty. Hi Marty.
Hey there, Melody. Hey there, everybody. Tell us, Courtney, how many different kinds of sign language are there?
So from what I looked up, I think there's more than 300 different types of sign language. I know a little bit of Irish sign language because I'm Irish, and I've been learning some American sign language too. There's also British sign language, there's Russian sign language.
Marty, I'm so happy I'm with you right now. Are you from New York?
On the nose.
So you were born here?
On the nose.
Do you like my nose? Boop. Are you a comedian?
Yes, I am.
Beep, beep, beep.
And I am here at Job Path with my new friend, Elisa Huberman.
Elisa started drawing and painting and sketching ever since she was a very little kid. She loves to draw up all kinds of things. Storybook characters, characters from cartoons and movies, maybe even animals. This is one of Elisa's storybooks she's written herself. The Upside Down Giraffe.
Wow, topsy-turvy.
Marty.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
That's hello, how are you in Spanish? Marty, I'm good, how are you doing?
Hace calor.
That is, it's hot. Today, our topic is languages.
My name is Teresa and I am Marty's life coach. I work through Job Path. I help navigate Marty's adult responsibilities to make his life a little easier.
Hello everyone, I am here, Cecilia, with my very good friend Caden. We are actually introducing a new person to our Connection Corner team, talking about inclusion and the LGBTQ plus community. So I am going to let Caden say a little bit about himself.
Hello everyone, really excited to be here. I'm Caden, I've grown up in New York City for my entire life. Before I kind of knew what these terms meant, what bisexuality meant, what being part of the LGBTQ community meant, there was experiments with nail polish and styles of dress. It was my way of kind of expressing that I was a little bit different. My friend pointed out, do you have feelings for Shawn Mendes? That's a celebrity crush. And immediately I was like, no, there's no way. And I went home that night and it really stuck with me because I had no idea what that meant.
So Mindy and Cecilia were telling me that you're part of the LGBTQ community. Did you know that I use the name Bowen now and not Brenda anymore?
That's good to know, thank you. When did you make that decision?
Last year. So I identify as being non-binary, which means I don't really feel like Brenda. And I don't really feel like a boy. So it's not a girl name or a boy name. It's the name that makes me feel like who I am.
All right, I hope everyone has been enjoying the show. We are almost at time for our evening. Thank you to Rona Barbieri, Samantha Fong, Sylvia Pfeffer, and Nancy Roach, who've just donated, which brings our grand total to $4,579 for this evening. We're still just under $2,500 from our goal for Giving Tuesday, but don't forget that the giving season lasts throughout the rest of the year. So if you're not able to make a contribution tonight to help provide our programs to schools demonstrating financial need, there will be more opportunities to do so over the coming weeks. I want to give another final thank you to everyone who has contributed to making this night happen. Thanks to our board members, Carla, Mel, Suzanne, Kristen, and Julie, who recorded their segments ahead of time so they could be a part of the evening, even if they can't be with us in person tonight. Thank you to Julia, Shelley, and Doug for their contributions live and in person. And thank you especially to Shelley, who has graciously allowed us to use her beautiful home as a filming location for this evening's event. Thank you also to Kaya, who has appeared as a puppeteer in multiple segments this evening, while simultaneously helping run the live show behind the scenes. And to Sydney, a new friend who is offsite currently and has been responsible for switching your view back and forth from live to pre-recorded sections and back all evening. This evening's event has been recorded, and a viewing link will be sent out in our next newsletter. Feel free to share it with friends or family who might be interested in our work and help spread the message of inclusion, respect, and connection to everyone in your life. Once again, I would also like to thank everyone who has donated this evening and in the weeks leading up to tonight's event. Thank you, everyone. We appreciate your help more than you know. Thanks so much.
Hello everybody, it's me and Junior again. I hope you all had a great time. I know we did. Was this a great party or what? And so without further ado, or don't, here are directors Mindy and Cecilia to end the program. And we'll see you all next time on New York City Kids Project. Thank you, and goodbye.
Good night, everyone. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you to everyone who contributed in front of the scenes and behind the scenes. We appreciate you.
And this giving season, please donate what you can if you can. New York City Kids Project relies on your generosity to keep our work in the schools accessible to all.
Yeah, inclusion and equity matter. We can all learn. Help us spread the word. We appreciate you so much.
Thank you. Bye.